So all for the last few days, we've had the following, okay, from a certain individual. And so this is what we've had for the last few days.
A certain town in Nevada, USA, their names will be on the tips of your tongues. Because they have just finished a sellout season with Barry Manilow at the Desert Inn, Las Vegas. How about that, eh?
Where do you get all that crap from?
All the venues.
What a stupid question.
They have chosen the Starlight Rooms in Peckham. So, ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome, please, for Raquel and Tony.
I was a while, for a while, I could smile for a while. But when I saw you last night, you held my hand so tight as you stopped to say hello. And though you wished me well, you couldn't tell that I did for you, for you, and you said so long. Left me standing all alone, alone and crying, 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 crying.
She's bloody good, isn't she, Rodney, eh? Where's me?
The touch of your hand stopped me crying.
I thought that I believe. But tell me now, what can I do? Can I do even more than I did? But darling, what can I do? You don't love me, and I love me. Come on. And one I'll be quiet.
Yeah, so we had that as a little joke, didn't we, guys? Yeah, because it's been crying for the last 3 days. And then today, because it has nothing else to, how can I put it to you? It can't go anywhere. You know, it literally cannot go anywhere. We have done the best job ever of getting rid of it. Okay. It was a community event. We all pulled together. We all, each and every one of us, you know, we've got to pat ourselves on the back because we did a spectacular job of bringing that woman down to fucking scummy town. Yeah. And after all the crying didn't work, and after all the lies didn't work, well, she decided that, well, she was going out tonight, apparently, because she's got a family that cares, apparently, you know. And Well, I thought now that has got to be the kind of lowest of the low. You can't get no lower than that, than to think that people actually want to know when you're fucking going out and you won't be on YouTube. Now, I'm sorry, but I don't feel any guilt, and I hope you people don't. You shouldn't feel guilty, right? Just because the idiot Jedi, okay, chooses to placate this woman for views, chooses to listen to her bullshit for views. That's nothing to do with us, right? We are the righteous ones, right? We are the ones that have finally got rid of it, right? You all know who I'm talking about because it's gone, right? It can only go on the Jedi's channel. And because none of us go over there, we don't have to listen to her ever again. No, never, ever again. You know, I listened to her on Jedi's, and you know, when she said she was going to train Jedi, oh, this had to be a good, oh God, 2 years ago, she said this to me, right? And I didn't quite understand what she meant, you know, training Jedi. What is he, a fucking lion or an elephant or a horse? What? Why would you say you're going to train Jedi? And she said she would train them to the point where she'd be able to say anything she wanted and always get back on there. And lo and behold, if that isn't exactly what happened. But I don't have no problem with that. In fact, I'm happy because that means we don't have to put up with her. We don't have to listen to her bullshit and her lies anymore. She was lying again today. I mean, this woman really is incapable of telling the fucking truth. And I'm going to prove it. Well, I'm going to point it out. Let's put it that way. But yeah, you know, I've got to say, job well done. Job well done. Because no longer am I going to have to waste my time making videos and talking about this individual or trying to point her lies out. Because, well, there's no need to, because apparently she's only going to be going onto her channel and the trainees channel, Jedi, yeah. So we here need never hear of her again. We don't want to. So, you know, I'm in the mood for yeah, it's kind of, I think we deserve yeah, we deserve something. Maybe we deserve this, yeah.
Won't you take me there, you lady fair? Heidi, Heidi, ho! There's a brook nearby, the grass grows high. Heidi, Heidi, ho! Where we both can hide side by side. Heidi, Heidi, ho! Hooray, hooray! It's a holly holiday. What a world of fun for everyone. Holly holiday. Hooray, hooray! It's a holly holiday. Sing a summer song.
excuse me. So let's just quickly run through her last ever broadcast to the nation, right? So here we go. Well, when it speaks, it doesn't seem capable.
I can't prove who did that in my Discord. I know that the behaviour looks a hell of a lot suspicious of some individuals. I still maintain it was the person that I've always believed it was. But I can't prove it. I've sat and watched as people have lied through their teeth to try to justify themselves. I've sat and watched as people that I really respected have sat and laughed at the fact that I was distraught.
Because you're a fucking joke, woman. Did you think that no one was going to see through what you did last Sunday? And then what do? Then your husband wishes bad things on everybody's children. Then you go on to Jedi's to cry. Now, it's fucking cold. Now, why would you do that? Why would you feel the need to go onto Jedi's and start fucking blubbering? I mean, what was that all about? Oh, I'm sorry, Jedi. I can't help it, Jedi. I think of this girl as my niece, Jedi. I know, Jedi. Surely you should have been crying to your husband. Surely the tears should have been privately or with your husband instead of Jedi. You know, Jedi. I can't take it, Jedi. I just can't take it anymore, Jedi. Help me, Jedi. Well, you know, Jupes, the Mandem, we don't play with that stuff. Like we're not interested in that. Yes, Jedi, I know, Jedi, because I'm sorry for bringing your channel down a little, Jedi. I'm sorry, but you know, I refuse now. Jedi, to go on anyone else's channels apart from yours. What the fuck is that about? It's not that you refuse, Jupiter. Nobody wants you. We don't want you, Jupiter. You could go and swing a Jupiter, yeah? You can take all of your worries and woes and fuck off. We've done it. We've got rid of you. And you did it. How can I put this? When I first fell out with you, you managed to turn most people against me with your lies, right? Now, I didn't make loads and loads of videos about you. I just carried on doing what I did, going on different channels. And I also hear that you kindly told Luke that I told you not to go into the back chats or whatever they're called, right? That's a fucking lie. I used to say to you, you know, you could always go in there and see what it's like, because you keep telling me, because she was the one who kept telling me that it's full of nonsense and this, that, and the other. And I'd go, it's not. It's funny. It's jokes. It's all it is. It's not full of anything like that. But no, she always thought she was better than the so-called Hive, better than Wasp. And the fact that Jupiter, you thought you'd tell Luke that I said Wasp, Russell, was Nancy, you evil fat cow, right? Tells me how desperate you were even then to try and turn people against me. But anyone who knows me well enough on here will know that I'm not going to call Wasp a nonce at any point. No, it wouldn't happen. It would never happen. No, the relationship I had with Russell will remain private and always will. You see, Jupiter, I'm not like you. I don't feel the need to come on and fucking tell everyone that, the fucking hamster died last night and, oh, God, I couldn't get the fridge working. The fucking washer broke down. You have to come on here and tell everybody everything. So it's all your own fucking fault. Where you went wrong was you decided whatever went on in Discord, you, Moon, Esau, you all decided you'd play the blame game. And it's that rubbed people up the wrong way, I'm afraid. It's that made people start to look at you differently because you were blaming everyone at one point, mostly men. And if you weren't blaming men, you were being nasty to the women. And that's when people started to see what you were. When they opened their ears and their eyes and they could see and hear just what you are and how you behave. So now that you've left, now that you're never ever going to grace anybody's panel again, I just want to say, And what else gonna do is up to you. Heidi, Heidi, ho! Hooray, hooray! It's a holiday. What a world of fun for everyone. Holiday. Hooray, hooray! Can't help it.
Jedis. I sat and watched and realised just how evil some of humanity is. But I'm true to myself. I show my emotions. People have told me that I should be embarrassed because I cried. Why?
Because we know why you were crying, you see. You weren't crying for some little girl. Okay, let's get that right. You were crying because no one would believe you. That's what you were crying about. Because if you'd been crying about if that had been true, there's no way that silly little dweeb that you're married to, would have come out and said what he said and wished harm on children. Because people who truly care about children don't do that. Where he did, and where, as you told Jedi, look, it was Hector who said that. Hector said it. Hector fucking said it. I wasn't even in the room. Yes, you were. You sat right next to him. Because on that video where I played what Hector said, I can hear you tell him something. You silly bitch. Yeah? Be more careful in future.
Can people not cry? Are people not allowed to show when they're hurt?
Of course you are, to your loved ones. But, I just don't understand why you felt it necessary, to go over to Jedi's and start crying Oh, Jedi, come rescue me from my husband, Jedi, because I fancy you, Jedi. And if only you'd have me, Jedi, I'd fucking leave my husband tomorrow.
I'm supposed to feel small and embarrassed of my behaviour, when actually what most people are moaning about is something that actually Hector said. And by the way, he doesn't regret it.
Now, when my husband was alive, if my husband said something, right, that wasn't particularly popular, let's say we were out in a pub and he'd be stood at the bar, right, because he was one of these, you very old-fashioned man. You know, women didn't, I didn't stand at the bar. I had to sit and he would stand at the bar, you know, putting the world to rights. Yeah. Then he'd come over and he'd sit and he'd say something, right? Political that probably other people wouldn't agree with. Now, I never, ever, ever got into my head to say, well, I didn't say that, it was him. Jeff said that. No. I would sit there and they'd say, well, so what do you think? What do you think then? And I'd say, well, whatever he thinks. I'm standing with him 100%. I wouldn't dream of going, well, he said it. No, that's not my fault. He said it. He said it. You know, when you're married, you stick together through thick and thin. You don't go blaming one or the other, yeah? So, again, I don't understand that kind of mentality. But I do when it comes to this individual, because her narcissism runs through, even when it comes to that fucking thing she calls her husband.
You see, many people have said the most horrific, vile, degrading, humiliating stuff to myself and my husband through racial prejudice.
Fuck off.
Over a period of 5 years. And it didn't matter whether they were black or white. They all engaged in it. Either directed at me or direct.
Yeah. Hey, Jukes. I wonder if Irish Flame is ever going to tell the story of what she heard when we were in the back chat of StreamYard. Me, you, Rodney, and Dave. What was it you called, Jedi? I do believe he is an ignorant fucking gorilla. And Rodney knows this. Dave knows this. Who else did I say? And Irish knows this. Because that's what you thought of him. Wasn't it? But you want to go over there and go, Jedi, you know, I really respect you, Jedi. And because you've trained Jedi so well, he falls for it. More fucking fool him. I don't give two fucks what that man thinks. He lives in a fucking bubble, okay? I mean, honest to God, I don't care what he thinks. But what I know for a fact is that you have successfully trained him.
At my husband or directed at my children.
Oh, God.
People turned a blind eye. It was funny. Some were outraged, but they still...
Wait a minute. Because the man you respect so very much, you went on there and you cried, right? Jedi was one of those people that was laughing at your son and laughing at you. But you respected them so much that you've forgiven him. Fuck off, Jupiter. It's got nothing to do with any of this shit you're talking about. You're pissed off that no one believed your story You're pissed off that when Nine Ether went live, Veli was there, Ultra was there with their with what they had to say, and you didn't like it. I remember when Veli fell out with Hubie Phone called you fucking grot bags. You fucking cried then, didn't you? Quite. On Veli's show, you cried then because Veli called you fucking grot bags. See, if Veli says anything, it seems to get at you to the point where you cry. So, it's your own fucking fault. You can't behave. And why did Veli do that now? Oh, yeah, you said something about his wife, I believe. So he called you grot bags and you started crying again. But that'll never happen with Jedi, will it? No. Jedi will never call you grot bags because you've got Jedi trained. You've got that rope round his neck and you've got him trained. Come on, boy, walk. You told me you were going to do it, and I have to admit you've done it. Well done. Yeah. Successful. But you're not the only one who's been successful. We have been successful because we've got rid of you. We will no longer have to talk or mention Discord, pedophiles, nonsense. Again, because the people who constantly talk about them, i.e. you, Moon, Esau, and Bleeding, Brian Hell, are all banished to hell. You can all go on to Jedis. You can all go on there and sit and learn about how Britain isn't Britain and how they made Britain. You can all do that. And we will be happy to see the fucking back of you. Yeah? We have done a good job. And I really think that it's time to fucking celebrate.
It's a holiday. Sing a summer song, skip along. Holiday. It's a holiday.
Giggled. I pray that the people that are blinded do one day see the light
Oh, for
and
fuck's
understand
sake.
how degenerate they look. But I've had a particular lady in the last few days, the last week, tried to get subs and monetised off of the back of my name. By talking about me, by slandering me and my family. She sat there trying to be moralistic and trying to make out and spin a load of different situations.
No, she hasn't. All Nine Ether's done is look into what she refers to as Discord Gate. And I don't think she has tried to get monetized. Well, if the woman has, I don't care. Why do you care? Why do you care even? I mean, why were you even listening to Nine Ether? If you hate Nine Ether as much as you say, why were you over there listening to her? I mean, I remember once in a phone call when I said to you that Nine Ether looked really pretty, and it was a photograph that was took at, I don't know, they were having some carnival thingy what, and she was there with Lady Divine, and I happened to say that Nine Ether looked really nice and really pretty. And you would have thought that I'd said that Nine Ether was Rose West, because it was like, no, she didn't. She fucking didn't. She's ugly. Well, I'm sorry. But in that photograph, Nine Ether she's far from fucking ugly. Really pretty, really attractive woman. Really smart as well. And you didn't like that, did you? You, no, come off it. I'm not having that. No, she wasn't. No, she wasn't. She's fucking ugly. That's how much you hate Nine Ether. Yeah. But your little trainee, yeah, who likes to refer to this side of the internet as the white side of the internet, put you before Nine Ether, which I find a bit strange, but considering his mindset and the way he thinks, very odd. But then he is trained, so if we must remember he's trained, therefore it's not that odd, is it?
You see, when Zikos come into my side chat and wrote the threats that he did write,
Fuck off. Don't want to hear it.
yeah, we'll move on. And I listened to his advice telling me, don't speak about it, move on, just don't say nothing. Meanwhile, I watch him sit in chats, not telling others to stop and move on.
Oh, shit. Right. I'll just go on pause, people.
I still forgive. I forgive all the wretched souls that were involved in what they did in my Discord. I just don't want to talk to them no more. And I believe there was plenty of them involved. Maybe not at the beginning. Maybe not with the intent. But I believe they all got over-involved. I forgave Kaylee for all the shit that she did and just chose to ignore her instead of going backwards and Guys, forgive Dave for his. Forgave Wendy for all her shit. Who remembers
Fuck
Wendy coming and
off!
asking for forgiveness? And I said I forgave her.
Hey,
But
look,
she's-
look, lady, look. When I asked for forgiveness, it was because I had to. Now, you could have forgiven, you could not have forgiven. It didn't matter to me. The fact was that I had to, because of my religious beliefs, say it. I didn't hang around and wait for an answer from you, because to me, it didn't matter whether you did or you didn't. The fact was that I was wanting to ask for such a thing, but I didn't care whether you did or whether you didn't. So don't wrap yourself up too much in celebration cake about that, because like it didn't really work. It wasn't up to you, you know. You'll never understand that kind of thing though, because you're just a liar. You're an out and out liar.
Still carried on.
Of course I did. Hang on. Wait. So you knew that I was going down some spiritual path. I say I want forgiveness. I don't hang around and hear your answer. I don't care about your answer. And then a few months on, you know, I've left you alone. I ain't said nothing. And then I hear you fucking talking again about certain family members. No, that's a lie. I hear Luke come out and say what he said you got him to, what you tried to get him to do. That's what set me off again, Upata. You know, stop trying to play the victim. I left you alone. I said nothing till I heard what you had tried to get Luke to do. Because you're sly, you're sneaky, you're devious, and you're a liar. And we don't have to put up with you anymore. No. Because you're going to go over to your trainees channel.
I've forgiven many people.
Listen to it.
But they don't know forgiveness.
Oh, shut
And
up.
I was observing in Bleeding Heart side chat.
You see, this woman's never heard of the attachment theory, right? Now, I'm a big believer in the attachment theory. And the attachment theory is nothing to do with being attached. It's detaching, okay? So what you do is you're able to detach from whoever is causing you pain, harm, any kind of grief, anything. Completely detach from them. Block them out. Close them down. Stay away. And I was doing that. I was happy doing that. And I heard Luke one night. Right? And boom. Attachment theory out the window. But the attachment theory, as I call it, works. Okay? Because when I choose, you see, Luke, this is for Luke. Luke, when you say I'm patient, no, I am patient because I put into act. What I do is I put into act the attachment theory, right? And in doing that, I can totally detach away from her. Anything she says, anything she does, it bounces off me. I don't want to know. I don't listen. I don't go listening to her. I totally detach until I decide it's time to engage again. You know, like the rules of engagement. Yeah. Those words are especially for Ichabod. Now, for the rules of engagement, you know, my rules are you set the scene. You then set your woes out that you need to get sorted out, kind of thing. You then make your plan, and you then discharge that plan. And then you wait for victory. And that is exactly what's happened. Because we all, as a collective, right, got rid of the most nastiest person on YouTube. No one else could do it. We all did it together. And she is now reduced to going only onto Jedi's channel.
When I was observing what was being said, because I didn't really take in, so much has happened in the last few days, and I do often quite miss a lot of what is being said.
Liar.
And I was sitting there listening to some stuff. So it's okay for Motion to call me a bitch,
Yep.
but I apologise for something that Hector says. And I'm supposed to take the blame for something that Hector says. And feel contrite for what Hector says.
Yeah.
How ironic.
Yeah. Here you are, actually.
Hector often tells me, don't defend me, don't talk for me, I can defend myself. That's what he tells me. He knows why he says what he says, and they should ask him. So quite often it looks like I'm not defending my husband on panels, but he tells me not to because...
No. It doesn't look like you actually are not. You have sat there and allowed people to call your husband the most horrendous names over on your boyfriend's channel called Jedi, right? And you have said zero. Oh, Jedi, come on. Now, come on, Jedi. I'm sorry, but if someone had spoken to my husband in that way, not a chance. Yeah. So your little excuse there doesn't work. But then again, is he worth defending? No, he's not. Is he, really?
When I have defended him, he gets angry because he says, well, that's not exactly how I felt, actually, and I wish you'd just left it and tell them to ask me. What I'm going to do is say, I forgive you, Nynefa.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I forgive you for, not...
Maybe Nynefa doesn't want any forgiveness because Nynefa hasn't done anything wrong. But we're getting to the best bit. We're getting to the best bit, right?
What you do.
Shut up.
But that you can forgive and guide people
Yeah,
to a
shut
better
up.
place.
Shut up.
Your standards are that you chastise, you berate, and you oppress.
And so do you.
I show love. You show hate.
She shows love. Yeah.
I show forgiveness.
Yeah,
You show bitterness.
of course you do. Yeah.
So I'm going to say it one more time.
Yeah.
I forgive you, Nynefa, for
She
all the nasty
doesn't
things
need
you do,
forgiveness, silly bitch.
and I pray you get some salvation.
It's you that needs salvation.
I hope you bring your standards up.
It's you that needs
And
to
your
bring
morals
it.
up.
Hang on. It's you that needs to bring your standards and your morals up. Don't you get it, you thick woman? Really? What are you doing? Can you not see how low you've gone? Well, no, you probably can't because you're always right, aren't you? But yeah.
I hope you see the light.
Yeah. whatever. Come on, out with it. Out with it.
Before it's too late.
Ah, fuck me.
So, I'm going to shut down today.
Oh, thank God.
Because despite all the lies and
Yeah,
the rumours
yeah.
and the fake narratives,
Yeah,
I do have a family.
yeah,
I'm privileged
yeah,
and blessed
yeah.
to have a family that
Yeah.
loves me
Great,
and I love them.
great.
And I do have elsewhere to be today.
Okay.
And I'm going out to
Oh
enjoy
my
myself
God, she
with
was
my family.
she was going out to enjoy herself with her family. Doubt it. That was a lie. But the best thing out of all of this is we have been successful. You know, we really have. At any time we want to review any videos to do with this whole mess, we can, because we have been successful. We've proved what this woman is. All of us have, right? And that's why we need to remember this in the dark days. Sorry, I'm kidding, but yeah. So, hey.
Well, I'm game. Fun is the thing I'm after. And now let's all live it up today. Get set for love and laughter. Well, let's go. Time isn't here for wasting. Life is so full of sweet, sweet things. I'd like to do some tasting. Hooray, hooray, it's a holiday. What a world of fun.